In a tense courtroom in Charleston, South Carolina, two racist cops make a fatal mistake when they slap a quiet black woman they assume is just another defendant. What they don't realize is she is Judge Clara May, and the next 4 minutes will shake their world to its core. With decades of experience, Clara has seen the darkest sides of justice and is ready to deliver the truth that no one saw coming. When Sergeant Boone slaps Clara thinking he's above the law, he's immediately faced with her unshakable authority. As the room holds its breath, Clara reveals that she is in fact the judge. She doesn't need a robe to show who's in charge. She's already got the power. She confronts Boone for his arrogant, unjust actions, calling him out on his history of misconduct and pointing out that his actions were motivated by racism. Clara's calm yet firm handling of the situation shatters Boone's sense of invincibility. With cameras rolling, she places Boone under judicial investigation, exposing his years of unchecked power. She doesn't just slap back, she brings the law crashing down, and with it the empire Boone thought he had built. This is a story of justice, power, and a woman who refuses to back down. What happens next is a reckoning you won't believe until you see it. Clara May, a determined judge, was uncovering a deep web of corruption involving Officer Boone, who had manipulated cases and escaped consequences for years. After discovering damning evidence, Clara demanded a list of every case Boone had touched and every complaint that had been buried, pushing for a full investigation. As the courthouse buzzed with whispers, Clara publicly challenged the system, seeking to expose a network of collusion that protected corrupt officers and officials. Despite the pressure from the DA's office and internal forces trying to silence her, Clara remained steadfast. She uncovered a troubling audio recording where Boone mocked her, revealing just how far the corruption reached. She confronted ADA Carson Ramsey and a state ethics board representative with evidence of collusion, wire transfers, and suppressed cases. Clara's refusal to step down from the Boone case turned into a full-on battle against a system that had been protecting the guilty, but the fight came at a personal cost. Clara's family was threatened, and Boone, under the influence of powerful people, was moved into hiding. Still, Clara pressed forward, now seeking federal protection and making sure the entire city saw what was happening. She wasn't just a judge anymore. She was a force determined to tear down the system, even if it meant taking on those who thought they were untouchable. Clara May, a judge in Charleston, discovers a deep network of corruption involving police, officers, attorneys, and even judges after a brutal slap from a defendant named Boone. As she investigates, she uncovers ties to a journalist's disappearance, financial misconduct, and a web of betrayal stretching across the city. Boone's arrest leads to shocking revelations, including names of influential people involved in the scandal, one of whom is Clara's former mentor, Judge Halcraft. Clara, undeterred, publicly exposes the corruption, igniting public outrage and a federal investigation. However, her actions draw personal attacks, including smears against her character and threats against her family. Clara refuses to back down, instead preparing a detailed case against those responsible. Eventually, Boone is convicted, but Clara's fight for justice doesn't end there. A broader investigation into judicial misconduct begins, prompting state reforms. Clara resigns from her position, believing the system needs new hands to rebuild it. She returns home, finding peace in her struggle for justice, knowing her fight will continue through the next generation. This story is about integrity, courage, and standing up for what's right in the face of immense pressure, showing that true justice is a long, painful process, but one worth fighting for.